Hi guys! This video tutorial should hopefully help you with your tonight's homework. Remember in class we learned about different properties, and you should have stapled this paper that we did in class to your homework, so it should really help you. I have opened up the page that you should be referring back to if you get stuck and if you don't remember which property is which. Remember we talked about the properties of addition. We have commutative property that tells us that we can add numbers in any order and the sum will be the same. Associative property that talked about grouping, and identity property, meaning that we can add a zero to a number and the number stays the same. And then the properties of multiplication are pretty similar. Commutative property again tells us that if the order of factors is changed, the product will stay the same. Associative property of multiplication, you can group the numbers together differently, but the product will be the same. And the identity property of multiplication, that will tell us that if you multiply a number by 1, we'll get the same number. We also talked about distributive property. Okay. So I'm going to turn on to the next page now. That will be the first page of our homework. Alright, so here we've got the properties, and the first one here, even though I didn't talk about it earlier, this is what the distributive property was about. Okay. I know some of you will just want to find the answer, and I'm sure you're going to get the correct answer, but the question here is to use properties to find the sum or product. So as we're looking at number 2, I want you to think about what two numbers could you add together that are easy to add, and then add on the third one. Okay, I'm going to actually do that, some part of that for you. As I'm looking at those numbers, I notice that 93 plus 7 would be really easy to add. And I'm going to put that in parentheses. And then I'm going to add on the third number. 93 plus 7 equals 100. And 100 is an easy number to add on to another number. Number 3, the same thing, except now it's multiplication. What two numbers would be easy to multiply together first? Okay. Number 4 will be the distributive property. Think how you can break number 51 into two numbers. Okay. Hint, hint, it's 50 plus 1. Okay. Then follow the example number 1. Number 5, again, you're grouping numbers together that are easy to add. Okay. Number 6, you're using multiplication and you're going to use the distributive property. Number 7, 8, 9, and 10, now you need to complete the equation and tell which property you used. Okay. 8, 9, and 10 are pretty simple. Just make sure you refer back to the page 13 from the book today. Number 7 might be a little bit trickier. So look closely. What are the numbers that are used on the left side of the equation? We have 3 times 10 in the parentheses times 8. And on the right side of the equation, we have 10 times 8. So what's the number that's missing? Okay. And then refer back to the page 13 to see which property it is. Okay. Now looking at the problem solving, again, it's just the same thing. You just need to make sure that you're using the properties to solve the problems. Okay. Number 11, looks like we have to do something with grouping. Okay. And number 12, we're adding the numbers. So think about what numbers would be easy to add together first. Okay, and let's turn to the next page. Okay, this is our last page. I'm not gonna help you with number 1 and 2 over here because you should be able to do them on your own now. I'm gonna help you a little bit with number 3, 4, 5, and 6 since those are from last year. On number 3, we're estimating. And remember, when you estimate, you're not finding the exact answer. Okay? You're finding an answer that will be close enough. And the average sunflower has 34 petals. Well, 34 is close to 30. Okay. And it says, which of the best estimate of the total number of petals on 57 sunflowers? So if I now multiply this by, I'm thinking 57, it's close enough to 60. Because those are easier numbers to multiply together. Okay, and you'll see what you get for your answer. Number 4, a golden eagle flies a distance of 290 miles in 5 days. And the eagle flies the same distance each day of its journey. How far does the eagle fly per day? So anytime we know the total, and we're dividing it between 5 days now. Okay. So a little hint here that the operation that you have to do is division, because they did the same distance each day. Number 5 is actually from our from lesson from last week, so you should be able to do that one just fine. And number 6 is number 5, a prime composite, neither prime nor composite, or both prime and composite. Remember, a prime number is a number that has only 2 factors, 1 and itself. So for example, number 3 would be a prime number because there's no other way to get to number 3 with multiplication besides just doing 1 times 3. Okay. So now think about number 5. Is there another way to get number 5 besides doing 1 times 5? Okay. If there isn't, then yes, number 5 would be a prime number. If there's another way to get to number 5, then no, 5 wouldn't be a prime number. Okay? I hope all this helped you.